Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 22nd of December, everybody. I can't even get my words out there. Just messing about with a few of the diamonds. I think it's just a habit because I think I see, where my breaks are, so I just mess with them. So today is the 22nd of December. It is all black. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a pressing challenge on this one today. But while it is the 22nd of December, I do have to say happy birthday, Nana. She would never watch this video. And bless her, she does have dementia, so she would probably not also realise who it was, but I still wish her a happy birthday anyway. So I'll zoom in a bit, though we are working on black and we are working near the bottom of the canvas, which means it's hitting my wall already on the other side, so a bit more of a zoomed out view this time. But I do want to thank you all so much for your comments that have been coming through on videos. The consensus is that people do want another sort of advent calendar style whip and chat in June. So I think I'm going to look at doing another one of these in June. And that will be on the schedule unless, life throws us another curveball in 2021 and doesn't stop in 2020 and leave it there. So we'll see how life, of course, goes, but I think another one in June seems to be popular. So I'm all for doing it. And I don't think I will order in a mystery painting. I think I will do a painting that I've already got. And I might do a square one instead. So we can sort of mix it up a little bit. And those that, would rather work through their stash and know what they've got, have that sort of variety as well. But I will, do a video on the preparation and more details a few weeks in advance so that anybody that does want to join in can. Just doing a little bit of a different pattern with this one. With it being all black, sometimes you can sort of vary it up a bit. But yeah, I do thank you all for your comments and suggestions to do June. Somebody did mention February. However, February is not that long away, and to take up a whole month on whip and chats and not have any, unboxings of things that I've opened or some of the other things that I've got planned might not be enough variety. But I am all for doing it again in June. But yeah, and also thank you so much to Grey Doe, who commented in regards to, the colour changes that somebody was after in skin tone. It does sound as though there is something that could potentially work that she's working on with her best friend. So do keep an eye out for anything coming in the future. It may look as though that query is already being worked on by someone, which is absolutely perfect. What they're working on does sound like it could be a game changer for diamond painters, and it could bring just another level to diamond painting, which, we all like. We do like the basic, but every now and then we like to jazz things up. A bit like with a mystery painting or with the Heaven and Earth designs, just changes things up a little bit. Doesn't stop the love of the craft. Doesn't stop us doing, the standard diamond painting with the images printed on the canvas. It just spices one of our paintings up and then go back to normal. Sometimes it's always good to do something that's a little bit of a change. So yeah, thank you so much for that. That's another reason I love the community. Because if I don't have the answer, somebody will. And sometimes I think I have the answer and I actually don't. And somebody gets to post the right answer, which is always good, gives me a chance to correct myself. And it's always nice to know the way people do things differently, because, you know, a way I do something is what works for me, and it doesn't mean it's one size fits all. So I love having, you know, the different options and opinions on it all, so that you can find the one that works for you, whether it be what I do or what somebody else does. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so to the questions. Okay, so somebody said they like the diamond storage that I'm using for this painting, that holds 3 or has 3 containers rather than 4, and they hold more diamonds. Yes, they do. So they are the same width. I mean, this container actually has divots in to sort of hold the tubs in a more rigid position. But they are pretty much, from the 28 container, which I will have one here. Oh, it's got a couple missing, but they are pretty much the same size. There is a little bit in it, but not a lot. But these do hold more, because these will only hold 21 colours and these hold 28 when they're full, anyway, they do. But yeah, I like them for, you know, a bit of difference. If you have a diamond painting with 21 colours or under, I like them for a bit of a change. Smaller diamond paintings, I often find it easier to kit up in these. I love my little round pots, but these don't take up as much room. It's easier to move the painting about when I'm not working on it, because I like to work on multiples. So they're saying, how do you like it? I like it. I do really enjoy these containers. There are definitely benefits to the single bottle containers, and the benefit that you can, you know, leave the bottle out of the case, and if you forget what number you're on or symbol you're on for any reason, be it a toilet break, a child interrupting, or just a moment of memory loss, you can easily get, you know which colour it is, whereas on these, you know, there's a choice of 3 colours or 4 colours in the other set. But how compact these are is ideal for smaller diamond paintings. So I like to work on a few at a time. I don't want quite a few big and cumbersome cases to have to move about with the diamond painting, especially if the diamond painting is small. So I like the fact that I can kit up 1 or 2 in these smaller ones and then use the round pots for my bigger ones. But yeah, I've always liked these. If the lids don't sit down properly, there is a little bit of plastic in the lid that you can just bend towards you, and I find they fit fine. I've never had any problems with any of them popping open, leaking diamonds or anything, and they have taken the odd tumble to the floor. Maybe not this set, because it lives in my craft room with my advent calendar, but I definitely have on the others. Okay, next question. Have you been to a Disney park? I haven't. My 2 eldest daughters have, but I've actually not been to Disney. I've seen it on the TV. It was always something that I'd have loved to have taken the children to when they were younger, but the money and the means just weren't there. And they're now pretty much getting to the age that they can go themselves or go with their cousins, like they did, like my 2 eldest did. They went off with their cousins and they had a great time. They don't need mum and pa going when they're 24 and 22. Though they'd probably let us, but I'm sure they had more fun with their cousins. Okay, what does waffle about mean? I'm trying to think what another word for waffle is. Heard a couple of UK YouTube people say you don't want to hear me waffle or waffling. Typically in the States, we might say that a person is just wordy or likes to hear themselves talk or goes on or maybe goes on about. Yeah, it's pretty much all of that. It basically means that they're talking about anything and nothing. Sometimes they may, answer a question like I do directly, but then go into more detail than necessarily is needed. That is what we call waffling. And that is what I do. These are waffle and chats. Work in progress for WIP, but I'm a waffling. And then maybe they would go to a friend if they were ranting or venting. And then they might say sorry for venting or sorry for talking your ear off. Venting is not so much, or at least my understanding of it, UK understanding of it, is venting is more, if you're angry or cross with something or a situation and you're going on about how it's affected you, and you might waffle with it, so you might say more than you necessarily need to, but venting is sort of getting it off your chest, getting all the things that you're thinking out of your head and telling a friend. Yeah, we still say venting as well. Waffling is more me giving a very long-winded answer to a question, which I do odd times. And then she says, wait, am I waffling now? I think I am. That's the sort of definition of waffling. I like it. But yeah, sometimes it is just giving too much information, not in the rude version of too much information, but just talking about a subject more than you need to. Okay, somebody asked, would you share the name of the scanner app that you have? If it works, it might be a time saver. So I did talk the other day because somebody had mentioned scanning the key on a diamond painting, and I don't have a flatbed scanner, and they were on about taking a photo, which made me remember that I have an app on my phone that will turn an item into a scan. I think it just lowers the resolution of it, and therefore it probably won't use as much ink. So the app that I have is Cam Scanner. It's called CAM Scanner. However, I've not tested it yet. It is a free app. It does try and prompt you to sign up, I think, to save a certain amount of stuff. It never used to do that. I used it 5 or 6 years ago. I used to use it for work, and it's just still on my phone. Yes, I'm one of them people that I don't get rid of apps. I just put them in folders. Folders out my way, and if I ever need them, they're there. So yeah, I haven't tried it, but if I do try it, of course you will see it on a kitting off video, more than likely a preparation video, and I will let you know, of course, how well it works. And if it does work well, I'll of course put details of the app that I use. Oh, somebody has asked again, why am I called 4Kids at 147? So I did go in full detail in this in one of my earlier WIP and chats. I'm sorry, I can't tell you which one because the days kind of merge in December. But the short answer, to try not to waffle, is 4 kids is how many children I have. And the at 147, number 147 is our house number. So it's like 4 kids live at 147. That's where that came from. Oh, if you had to pick a favourite diamond painting pen, which would it be? Ooh, that's hard. If I That is hard because my mood changes. I do love working with the acrylic ones, with the acrylic pens. I like the weight of them, though they're not heavy. I like the weight of them. I like the thickness of them. I also like my wooden one, which is even lighter, but again, I think it's the thickness of it. But I don't know if I could pick a favourite because it really does depend on my mood. A lot of the time I will change my pen because I'll pick a pen that sort of matches my paintings. Is that bad? Probably. Yeah, I don't think I could pick an actual favourite, but I do love my acrylic pens. But I do use all of my other pens. Well, I've used pretty much all of them, if not all of them, throughout this Whip and Chats. I have 3 pens on the side that I can't remember if I used or not. I know I've used all the others. The 3 pens I've got to use today and the next 2 days, I'm not sure if I've used, but I know I do not have 24 pens. That probably will change by next year, but at this time, I do not have 24 pens. But I do like to use them all on occasion. I like to vary it up. It's another part of the hobby is picking a pen to go with my painting. And if the colours match or, the feel of the pen matches, all the better. Okay. So I can't believe how close it is to Christmas, and that question was posted a few days ago. Yes, I know. I am currently on the 22nd when this video goes up. It is my last day of work before Christmas. I have managed to get Christmas Eve and the day before it off, so the 23rd and the 24th. So I'm getting very, very close to being in the holiday spirit and trying to get many things done around the house, primarily washing, so that I can switch off completely for a few days over Christmas. But yeah, the month of December has flown. It really has. Somebody says they will get their first diamond painting as a Christmas gift. Awesome Christmas gift. You cannot go wrong with a diamond painting. You'll love it. So they say when I measure the drills, so I think this is when I tip the other colours into my tray, then I tip them in quite exact. So i.e. I don't just throw the whole pot in, do the colour that I want and then tip them all back. And they want to know why that is. So the reason for that is mainly time. So probably the biggest amount of time that's wasted when diamond painting is tipping diamonds back into the tray, back into your storage, and getting your next diamond painting. And I say wasted, it's not wasted. You need to have a certain level of organisation, otherwise colours wouldn't be in the right places. But you do spend a lot of time, especially if you're doing a confetti type painting in small sections, tipping diamonds into the tray and tipping them back. I try to tip, if I only see a few symbols of one colour, I just try to do a little pour of diamonds, because then when I'm done with that colour and I'm tipping it back into the tray, it takes less time. That's the only reason. You can often get the diamonds to line up better and in longer rows if you tip more in, which can help with multi-placing if that's something that you prefer to do. but it's just a habit that I tip in a few. And on the odd occasion, I get them exactly right, and it's like you've won a little Brucey bonus. It's like, and that's from a UK game show. It's like, woohoo, yay, I got the star prize, I got exactly the right amount of diamonds in my tray. You'll be lucky if it happens once per painting, but hey, we will take it. And she has asked how the large tree is doing that my daughter's working on. So that is the confetti tree that she got from Fancels. She is still working on that. It is still a work in progress. However, she has been extremely busy recently. She didn't think that she would have much supply work with COVID. When COVID kicked in, she thought it would be a matter of, they wouldn't allow extra people into schools, and if a teacher was off, a teacher or a teaching assistant, because she's a qualified teacher, if they were off, they would do without for a day rather than bring somebody new into sort of the school bubbles. However, she did get supply for about a week at a local school pretty soon after school started. And then that has been extended and extended. And, there's been a time when they thought they didn't need her. It lasted one morning, I think, and she was back in. Maybe she got a full day. She's been in there since. So since the kids went back, she has been in the same school. She has done mainly TA work, so teaching assistant work. However, she has then been able to move and cover teachers when required to save the school getting in extra supply. They've been able to, accommodate and stuff and move about. So she is absolutely loving it there at that school, and for now that is continuing until we don't know when. So she has become very, very busy. So she hasn't done much time in painting. Plus, she's had a website to create, and she's created labels for my craft room, and she's been doing online courses because she did them thinking she'd get no supply work, and then got supply work and still needed to complete them. And she's helped me with Christmas shopping, so she's been a busy girl. And she's the same lady who asked that question mentioned that you can use a tablet and go onto YouTube and search white light if you do not have a light pad. And that can, give you the white glow from your tablet to use as a light pad. But you just do need to be careful or be a little bit more gentle with a tablet, because of course you don't want to crack a screen. I wouldn't say, she does ask, do we have to be more gentle with a light pad? I wouldn't say so. Light pads don't tend to have, one big screen with the LCD underneath that has the ability to crack. Light pads seem to be a string of, or a few strings of LED lights and like little pin lights. So I've never particularly been gentle on a light pad, and I've definitely not cracked or broken one that way. I've only ever had 2 break, and they were both from the charging ports. One was after over a year of use, and the other one was because the charger got knocked while I was using it. Oh, yes, poor Melissa. Hello, Melissa, I am thinking of you if you're watching. Her area of the UK has gone into tier 4. which means she's not allowed Christmas bubbles in that area. I did discuss that the other day. We are still currently in tier 2. So we are still allowed to form Christmas bubbles, and the Christmas bubble of 3 families will work for our Christmas dinner. However, with what has happened in the south, I'm not counting anything as guaranteed until we're planning for it, but I'm not pinning my hopes on everything until it's Christmas morning. We're basically waiting to see if Santa brings us what we want and allows us to have Christmas dinner or not. I expect things to be changing all the time. It would not surprise me if the UK goes into another lockdown very soon after Christmas. It would not surprise me if it went into it beforehand, to be honest, but I do think there is a very high chance that the UK will go into lockdown after Christmas again. But we'll see. I mean, it doesn't make as big a difference to me because I don't tend to go out much anyway. I think since the last lockdown I've been out twice. But I am looking forward to things starting to get back to normal. Whatever that new normal may be. But I can understand it is not fair on those in the south. It really isn't. I think it was a very harsh thing out of the blue. I get why they've done it. I get that there must be, the scientific reasons behind it. I can't, I'm not saying that they were wrong. I just think the way it's been done, I think if they knew this was coming, they could have given the people a bit of warning. But anyway, enough down talk. It's nearly Christmas and memory card saved. But whether that Christmas be with those in your own household or whether it be with more, have a happy one. Start some new weird and wacky traditions if it's only you and your household. Have fun. Get yourself a snow machine. Make your garden full of snow. Make your living room full of snow. Whatever it takes to make that day different and special for you in just a different way than what you thought. It doesn't mean it's not going to be special. So yeah, on that note, I will thank you all so much for watching, and I will speak to you tomorrow when I try and get through the last couple of days to get through the last of the questions before we all go and have a wonderful Christmas. And I'll speak to you all tomorrow.